Hello and welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you here. In today's video we're going to talk about 5 low content, low competition and high demand keywords that you can have a look at in order to create KDP books on. So I'm going to guide you step by step, showing you all what you need to get started, everything from the keywords, the interior, to the strategies that I'm using as well. So let's get started. I'll keep this short and simple. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, we do daily videos talking about low competition KDP keywords that you can try today, as well as guiding you on your journey to make passive income using Medium, Vocal, KDP, Redbubble and other sites as well that I personally used, and I share my journey on the channel. So please subscribe and support the channel. Click on the bell icon in order to be notified on our original new videos that we upload daily. So let's get started. The first KDP keyword for the day is retail sales inventory logbook. So this has a great keyword niche score of 59, and I usually like my keywords 45 and above, but the higher the better. And every time I try to find a keyword with a higher rank, I get really excited. I check out all the other analytics that I need to have a look at, and I come here on the channel and share it with you. And the total results are 1,155, and the average is $11.08 for the books that are sold here. So the majority of the books are independently published by KDP, and let's have a look. We've got a couple of really good books. We've got more feminine colored books and also more general and also books that are targeted for specific niches as well. So keep in mind who will be using this. It's mostly retail stores, it's mostly small businesses that will be using this to record their sales, to record other key components regarding their financials when it comes to the business. So it's more of a product related businesses that we are aiming for. And this is a great niche because apart from the keyword niche score, it is super easy to create content and interiors for this niche, because there's no writing required, minimum amount of writing required, and you can find the interiors using Creative Fabrica, which is my go-to when it comes to KDP interiors. And this month they are running a big sale of $1 for your first full month, which allows you all access to the all subscription, including the fonts, the graphics, the interiors, as well as the classes and the tools that they have on hand. So if you haven't taken opportunity of joining Creative Fabrica using their $1 monthly sale, please go ahead and click on the link that you will find in the description box below, which will guide you to the sales page and the discount as well. So let's get started. Apart from that, usually I like to have a look at a couple of interiors, and now if you've been watching me for a while on this channel, you know that I'm a big fan of logbooks that have a very simple cover in relation to a screenshot or an excerpt of the cover, the interior on the cover itself, just like with this one that you see here. Usually I find that these books sell quite well. They require minimal design skills, and all you would need to do is just take a page of the interior, the main interior that you are using, put that on the cover, make some slight changes as you can see here, and this will really be great, because what it does is it helps give your customer a preview without them having to click and do all these kind of things. Now of course there are customers that like to go into the details, and we have all respect for these customers and we include all the details that they want to know, but most customers are on the go fast. They will click on the book that can give them a quick, simple preview of what the interior looks like, and this book has done a great job at that, and it's currently having a bestseller rank, and it's ranking in a couple of different categories. For example, office equipment and supplies, small business bookkeeping as well, and it has great ratings. So I've currently opened that up, and I'm going to have a look at other covers as well. So here again, yet again, another interior example cover that we have, another one right here. You don't want to copy, but you do want to make some slight changes to the interior when you do decide to place it in the cover. For example, this one right here, how is it different to the one that we just had a look at? Well, basically more color is involved. The tag is there as well, which is, there is no need for a tag, but it really does add that element of surprise and that that nice strange label component, which also emphasizes the theme of retail and emphasizes the themes of sales as well. So let's have a look here. For example, we want to have a look at ones that are more, they don't have the interior in there, just so we can see what kind of interiors they are using. And remember, we don't want to copy, we just want to seek inspiration. So waiting for this to open, first thing I'd like to do is look at the title. Why? Because the title can give us some hints on other keywords that are ranking quite well that the seller has chosen to include in their title and subtitle. And we can go ahead by looking. For example, here we've got inventory management book for business. We've got the large retail sales inventory book. These are two keywords right there in the title section that we can use to research later on to see, do they have good ranking? And if they do, then we go ahead and include them either in the title, subtitle, or our 7 keyword slots. So let's have a look at the interior here. I am assuming that it is the exact same interior, but sometimes they do have other pages as well. No, they don't. In this case, they're just directly going to the interior section and including that. So this is basically a logbook where they write the month, the period, what quarter it is, the date, and the items, as in the stock, the sales that have been made, and everything to do with that. So in some cases, when it comes to this niche, usually they have a how to use page, or they have an intro page, or this book belongs to, or some of like, if this book is lost, then please return it to the owner, and they have the details and email address of the owner, because this is valuable information that the owner wants to keep at hand. So let's have a look at the second example, and then we'll head to the second niche word of the day. This one's more of a feminine one. I am a female founder, just a girl boss building her business, and there it is. So let's have a look at here. What is the interior? Because it does not give us any idea of what the book looks like. So then again, this one's a bit different because it has a page dedicated to the name, the logbook number, the start date and end date. It has a full copyright section, which I do not support, because I find that a lot of complaints by Amazon customers are mainly because of a lot of pages dedicated to copyright, dedicated to this book belongs to, and the customer just sees that it's pretty annoying. So in my case, I would just simply add a short 3-4 line part about the copyright, and that's basically it. And then again, it goes straight into the interior, and it is a 1-page interior, and it's currently ranking quite well. So 3 ratings, and the description is quite well as well. There's a lot of bold in there. There's some uses of emojis, and it has 120 pages, published in 2021, over a year ago, and it's an 8.5 times 11, so plenty of space to do your writing. And it is ranking in finance and small business bookkeeping, so you want to keep that in mind when you are choosing the categories for your book as you are publishing the book, or kind of uploading the book. It's part of the process to choose the categories, so keep in mind what categories there are, and a little bit about the author, which really personalizes the book to the customers. And this is a great review, just what I needed, well put together. So this was the first keyword for the day, and the second keyword is inventory and sales logbook for small businesses. So it is quite similar to the previous keyword, but it does cover inventory, and it's also not related directly to sales. So it can be everything from all sorts of types of businesses. It can be about the stock that's currently present, what they have at hand to sell, and it's a really good guide for small businesses to use. Now, I understand most of this nowadays is stored electronically, but as you can see here with the great reviews and with the sales being made on this kind of books, a lot of people still want to keep a paper-based book at hand to handwrite and record their sales and their inventory to keep at hand. So let's have a look at this one. I really like the cover, very very nice. And also this is, so you see both books are selling quite well. We have the simple basic cover with a black background, simple text, and we have a more complex cover with some gold and some yellow and, you know, big title right there. So let's have a look at then again, we've got also, you can see the interior right there. You can see a more feminine cover as well. So keep in mind, who are you aiming to sell your book to? Do you want to sell it to ladies? Do you want to sell it to men? Do you want to sell it to teens? There's a lot of selection that you have, and decide on what you want to do. Create books on that, and everything else is supporting you when it comes to the keyword niche score. And the total results are amazing because they are currently 707, which I'm expecting to rise after this video because it is a great keyword to embark on. So let's have a look at the example that I've just opened up. Let's have a look at to see if there's a look inside it feature. And also then again, with the title and subtitle tool, you can get a lot of hints regarding the keywords that you might intend to use when it comes to your books. So let's have a look at see what's inside the book, that cover, and then a book belongs to. This is more of a fancy one, a table of contents and a copyright. This is more of my style of doing the copyright right there. And because this is a big interior, I haven't checked how many pages it is, which I will soon. There is 120 pages. There is a table of contents to really guide the user on how to do things and where they can find specific things as well. So let's see the size of this book. It's currently 120 pages and an 8.5 times 11, leaving plenty of space for the writing to be done. And it's also having a lot of pictures, and it is currently ranking in 3 categories: financial engineering, accounting standards, and office equipment and supplies. So as you are uploading the book, you will be able to choose 2 categories, and I highly advise you of making a note of what categories the books that you've had a look at rank in, and what categories you want your own book to rank in, so you can manually select them as you are uploading your book. So let's have a look at the reviews here, and in particular I would like to pay attention to the negative reviews to see, is it something that we could do as creators, or is it purely Amazon's fault, or just the person? Some people, you just cannot make them happy whatever you do. So in this case, this person is saying do not waste your money, and this will do for now, but it definitely looks like a coloring book. And now this person's really annoyed at the fact that this book is very fancy, and it's very it's styled similar to a coloring book, similar to a children's activity book. And then you know, it says it's a great concept but terrible execution by the creator. Definitely could have done better. So this person is just annoyed by the style. Unfortunately, it does seem that they have not clicked on the look inside feature, which I highly advise you to mention in your description, in your book's description, to have a look at the book's interior before purchasing, because we just did right now, and it really does give you an overview of what the book looks like. And this person could have prevented their disappointments by simply having a look at the look inside feature. Most of the reviews are great except for this one as well. We've got another bad review, not what I expected, also more like a children's book. And yes, this is a different buyer. Then again, annoyed by the fact that this book is too fancy and it's not an official accounting book at all. So again, it could have been easily prevented using the look inside feature, and also using the little pictures that are there as well before purchasing. So this seems to be quite a fast purchase. Let's have a look at the third keyword for the day. The third keyword is 365 Christian journal, and it's a 365-day Christian journal, preferably a prompt journal, and it has a keyword niche score of 55 and a total results of 2,605, and the average price is $11.26. So with this journal, I'm more assuming that it's mostly a floral cover, as you can see here, and it contains prompts, it contains Christian Bible quotes as well. It contains all these things related to the Christianity faith. And also with this keyword 365 days Christian journal, you could choose whether you want to give it to create for children, create for girls, create for boys. You could niche down to women, you could niche down to moms, dads, all sorts of things, because it is a very general keyword, and the analytics here shows us that it is quite profitable. This one's dedicated to women, and they have not used the 365 question journal keyword, but I'm sure that the keyword has been included in the 7 keyword slots, because their main keyword is devotionals for women, which we can have a look at later on. And always keep in mind that when you are doing your research, dedicate a day or two a week if you're taking KDP seriously to do your research. And make sure that you are open to opening a couple of tabs at the same time in order to see different keywords and what they're ranking for. So we're going to go ahead and open a example right here, just once. And yes, prayer journal also falls under the 365 question journal. Just make sure you do as you promise. If you are wanting to make a 365 question journal, then make sure it is 365 days, and it has unique prompts, and it has unique pages that are dedicated for a full whole year, not a 40-day, not a 52-week, but make sure that you do as you promise. So let's have a look at this one. This one seems to be quite good when it comes to the ranking, when it comes to the ratings, and when it comes to the sales as well. So let's have a look. Also 365 devotions are mentioned. It is a full year book. So once it opens, we're going to have a look at a couple of elements that we are used to see whether that's something that we would like to do or not. So just waiting right here. It is on the higher price side. And keep in mind, it is not a KDP independently published book, because it does say here that it would have shown you the sign that it is a KDP independently published book, which I do not think it does. But that does not stop us from going in, looking at the interior, and gaining some inspiration to see what we want to include in our own book if we do choose. So this one here is more like published in 2020, also a copyrights page, then again a copy of the cover, a forward letter. So I'm guessing that this is more of a book that's like more about writing and discussing different quotes and different Bible verses, giving a little bit of a description, and dedicating a day for each Bible verse, giving it a bit of a description on the quote or on the verse, and then giving a lined section for the writer or for the customer to jot in some ideas, jot in the reflections, make notes of whatever they want. So this is a great idea, but it does require a bit of an investment of time, and for you to know exactly what you are doing and what you're getting into. So if you have a background in the Christian faith, or if you're interested in that kind of stuff, you would like to do your own research, then I highly advise you to make a medium to a high content book about this. And it's super simple to do, because once you have that background information, then you can be able to select specific verses for each day of the year, and simply write your kind of interpretation or your reflection, or maybe your experience about how that verse related to you, and then you add in a section, a line section, to allow the reader to jot in their own ideas and reflections about that. And then you could do it also for different religions and for different faiths as well, not just Christianity. You could do it for Islam, Judaism, Hinduism as well, and see how you go, because this does have a great potential. So apart from that, there are other books as well, more for teen girls. This one's a prayer for men. Let's have a look to see if this is more of a KDP. Yes, it is. Let's have a look to see what is going on with this one. Waiting for this to open at the moment, and we'll get started. So 365 days of prayer for men. There you go, a keyword right there. Also guided prayers for men, that's another keyword that you can have a look at. let's have a look here to see what kind of interior there is. This is more of a book that's not published by KDP as well, unfortunately, but that doesn't stop us from having a look to see what kind of things that can we use. So this is more of a discussing the main elements of prayer, also dedicating a verse to each month, and then discussing further. Unfortunately, there is no indication that we can seek inspiration from this one. So let's have a look at the other keyword that we're discussing for the day, our fourth one. Our fourth one is duck hunting logbook journal, and it currently has a keyword niche score of 40, and I do understand compared to the others that it is on the low side, but for me anything 40 and above is great. I wouldn't do anything that has a keyword niche score of less than 40, preferably 45 and above, but still I can go with this keyword, especially that it does allow to be expanded to different niches, such as hunting logbook journal 2022. So let's have a look here. So then again, always a fan of the logbooks that have the interior as the cover, because they usually are selling quite well. Then again, let's have a look at this one here that has a BSR of 683, and we can have a look at what's inside. There's also a couple of other books that are ranking as bestsellers, which you could see right here as well. And let's see if this one opens up. Just waiting for it to load so we can have a look at the interior. And keep in mind, the interiors you could find easily at Creative Fabrica, you could find at Tangent Templates and at Book Bolt as well, and also available on Etsy, but more on the higher price on Etsy I do find. So my go-to is Creative Fabrica, because what it does is it allows me the complete access of everything that's there, from interiors to graphics, that I could use in an unlimited amount as long as I have the subscription active. So this is a duck hunting logbook. Then again, this book belongs to a section for notes, and there we go straight into the logbook, including the date and the time, the location, the weather conditions. So it's more like the bird hunting logbook. So it does contain two types of interiors. The section right there, which gives you an overview on what, the location, the weather condition, so just a general overview, and there we go to the specifics right here with that, the time, specific site, the size, the status, everything that you need to get started in a simple, easy way. And it currently has 32 rankings, selling for $4.99, 100 pages, and the size is 7 × 10 inches, and it is ranking under hunting, having a BSR score of 836, and the reviews are amazing. They look amazing, all 5 stars, great logbook. Very pleased with the purchase. The price is right as well. I'd give this a gift, and also Paul says that it's a great one because they could have, one thing is, as an improvement, they could have left that space blank for describing what happened during the hunt. So take note of these little things that I mentioned in the comment section, and that's why I one of the key steps that I do when having a look at a best-selling book is to go to the comment section, because they can give you ideas on what you can improve in your own book as well. So this person was pleased with everything, but annoyed at the fact that there, in his opinion, there could have been some more space left blank in order to allow the user to write their notes and reflections. So the last keyword, the 5th keyword for the day before we end this video, is Waterfowl hunting journal, and it has a current keyword niche score of 44 and a total results of 1,263, as well as an average price of $6.70, giving us a hint that the majority of this is for KDP independently published books. So yes, this is connected to the previous one, which is also ranking quite well, Duck Hunting Logbook Journal. This is Waterfowl Hunting Journal, as you can tell. So this really gives us a great grasp of this niche because it gives us 2 keywords that are doing quite well. So what do you do when you come across the situation when you have 2 keywords that are both related, that are ranking really well? Well, you include one of the main keywords that's ranking really well in the title, and you include the second one that's ranking quite well as well in the subtitle. So that way you would have your book ranking for these 2 main keywords that are powerful both in the title and the subtitle, and also you would go ahead and find other keywords that you would like to include in the 7 keyword slots that KDP allows you to. So as you can tell, you can see the interior right here in regards to that, and once you go to Creative Fabrica, you can just simply write duck hunting logbook, and you would find a great selection of books and related to the last 2 niches. Also in the graphic section you can find some images, some beautifully illustrated images to do with ducks, to do with the hunting niche, to do with the camping niche, that you could use as part of your both your interior as well as your cover if you intend to do so. So do this with each of the keywords that you intend to embark on, each of the 5 keywords that we've discussed below, and you'll do a great job at that. And make sure please to change your interiors, and any questions or any feedback on my videos, please include them in the comment section below, and I would really appreciate if you like, share and subscribe. I'd love to have you on board. Take care, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye bye.